Good afternoon. My name is Craig Barnett. I'm the Executive Director of the ACHA. Today is Tuesday, August 18th, and I'd like to use this opportunity to briefly update our membership on the 2020-21 season. We certainly continue to go through some uncertain times right now as we're trying to plan for school, we're trying to plan for our families, and we're trying to plan a sports season. In particular, we're trying to have a great season for ACHA student athletes. It's not easy, and we appreciate your patience as we try to work out the details across 48 different states and many different local and state governances. As many of you know, we opened up our registration portal on August 3rd. Many teams are in the system now, planning and registering their team for this coming season. If your team has not received a link regarding the USA Hockey/ACHA portal, please reach out to myself or Mo Stromo so we can provide you that link and you can start your planning for the 2021 season. One of the changes that we did make recently is regards to the national tournament. The 2021 national tournament in Boston, Massachusetts has been pushed back 3 weeks to April 15th through the 20th. This was done with membership feedback and the tracking that we have done regarding our membership, knowing that most of our teams will not be able to start to January. By pushing the national tournament back, this provides 3 additional weeks in the spring semester for the majority of our teams that will be missing games or having to cancel games in the fall semester. Hopefully, you'll understand that this decision was made in the best interest of our membership and our student athletes so they could have a legit season in the spring semester. What's new now and what we're planning for right now is based on those changes that we've made is what the season will look like in the spring. So our divisional commissioners right now are looking at season recommendations to make regarding modifications. And what I mean by modifications are within your division, what does the minimum game requirement look like? How are rankings going to work? How are teams going to qualify for nationals? Is anything different from what it would be if we were back in a normal season? All these modifications is important for us to look at in advance so you can plan your season accordingly. So our 5 divisional commissioners right now, M1 being Brian Moran, M2 being John Eccles, M3 being Derek Connor, W1 being Molly Mahoney, and W2 being Taylor Hadley, are currently talking to membership, discussing these logistics with them to determine what would be best in the springtime to provide a season for our student athletes to enjoy and to qualify for the national tournament. If you as membership have not been contacted yet or have not been informed about some of these possibilities, I strongly encourage you to reach out to your divisional commissioners. Maybe an M2, M3 situation, you reach out to your regional coordinators to provide some feedback. It is very important for us to make sure our membership is involved in these discussions so we can provide a season for you within your division what is best for your student athletes. Obviously, M1 will handle things different than M2, will handle things different than W2 and everybody else. So we want to make sure that you have some feedback in this. The proper protocol for this is the divisional commissioners will make recommendations to the ACHA staff, that being myself, Mo Stromo, and Dave Kurtz. We go through those recommendations, looking at financial implications and some logistical implications. And once we're good with it, we will make the recommendation to the board. The board will approve this modification based on the operating policies due to the pandemic situation. We want to make sure we go through the appropriate bylaws and protocols in our manual to make adjustments in August for our 2021 season, again, based on the pandemic situation. So please, I'll reemphasize one more time, please, we want your feedback. We want you to have a voice. And if you have not had any conversations with the divisional commissioners, please reach out to them so your voice can be heard. As far as player eligibility goes, there's a lot of questions regarding that because of the situation that we're in. We are working on a document right now. It is in the divisional commissioner's hands for review and feedback. And once we receive that back, we will have that going out to the membership so you know how eligibility will be handled in this unprecedented time. On that note, as a follow-up to this video message, I will have a memo going out to our membership, hopefully this Friday. This Friday, that memo will summarize a lot of what I'm talking about here with this video message, as well as documentations on the eligibility piece and a couple other pieces that I will mention right now. So just a couple tidbits for some updates for our members. This is a rule change year. This is an NCAA rule change year. What's happened right now, to bring you up to speed, is the NCAA Rules Committee have made recommendations and are now putting it forth to the NCAA for approval. The NCAA will be meeting at the end of August to look at the rule recommendations and give it its blessing. Once that is done, the ACHA will review the new NCAA rules to see how it affects the ACHA. And once we look at that, we will get that into our membership's hands right away. As far as the website goes, we communicated back in the spring to our membership that the ACHA now is in the process of purchasing its own website, which we're really excited about. We've been developing it throughout the whole summer with Ncaa Sports. Ncaa Sports is a worldwide leader in integration solutions, and they work with several national governing body organizations to develop their websites and their back-end support. So we are very close now to be launching. Our target date right now is our new website will be launched on September 1st. I have provided information to teams, ACHA teams and ACHA conferences for opportunities for them to at least look at the websites provided by Ncaa to see if that's something that you wish to do. I will once again in the memo on Friday include that information for you for your consideration. The last 2 points I want to make more are to coaching opportunities in terms of professional development and so forth. We've been very fortunate this spring and summer during our downtime of no hockey to have had the opportunity for our coaches to participate in some seminars. First, it was the National Hockey League's Coaches Association seminars presented by coaches that we had over 225 coaches within the ACHA partake in. That went over very well, and we were very excited to be part of that. Most recently, the American Hockey Coaches Association had a program this past month called Coaches for Coaches Seminar Series. So we had several coaches, close to 100 coaches, be able to participate in those seminar series. Knowing that many of our coaches were unable to participate in that because the seminars took place during the day, we now have the links to all those presentations, and I will include that in the memo that's going out on Friday. So for those coaches that were unable to participate in the HCA Coaches for Coaches Seminar Series, there's some pretty good things in there. There's some pretty good presentations made by fellow coaches and colleagues of yours. So hopefully you'll get a chance in your downtime to click on the links and to review some of those presentations. Finally, one of the things that we've been able to do is work with several NHL teams over the last year or two to work on college fairs with them. We've had the opportunity to talk about the ACHA and these respective NHL teams' communities, such as the Chicago Blackhawks and most recently the Washington Capitals. Based on the success of the Washington Capitals in particular, because it was a virtual college fair, we have now been approached by the Anaheim Ducks out on the West Coast to be a big part of their high school college fair. So I will have some information going out to our membership regarding the Anaheim Ducks College Hockey Fair that's going to take place the week of September 20th. Because it's virtual, our entire membership could participate in this if we wish. It gives our members an opportunity outside of the region of Western California to take part in present your hockey program, your school, your academics to California high school hockey players. And we all know that that California market is starting to develop a lot of really good hockey players over the last decade or so. So hopefully this information will be well received by the ACHA members. You'll have contact information there to reach out to the two people that are overseeing this program. And hopefully it can be as successful as the Washington Capitals Virtual College Fair was earlier this summer. So on that note, I will be getting a memo out to our members. Please keep in mind the feedback that we'd like to get from you to your divisional commissioners regarding season modifications based on the pandemic situation. Please keep in mind the registration process that is currently open now. And if you need the link, please reach out to us. And we've also addressed the player eligibility issue that we're currently getting review from and feedback from, and we should have out to our members shortly. So until our next time, until some more changes happen, stay safe and please wear a mask. Thank you for your time.